Get ready for the dictation. On the count of 3, 2, 1, start. Climate change is one of the most significant challenges facing humanity today. It refers to the long-term changes in the Earth's climate, including increases in temperature, changes in precipitation patterns, and rising sea levels. Climate change is caused by human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, which have led to an increase in greenhouse gas emissions. The implications of climate change are far-reaching and affect every aspect of life on Earth. One of the most significant implications of climate change is the impact it has on the environment. Rising temperatures and changing precipitation patterns are causing changes in ecosystems and biodiversity, leading to the extinction of many species. Climate change also has significant implications for human health. Extreme weather events such as heat waves and floods are becoming more frequent and severe, leading to increased risks of injury and death. Climate change is also contributing to the spread of diseases such as malaria and dengue fever as the habitats of disease-carrying insects expand. The economic implications of climate change are also significant. Climate change is causing increased costs associated with infrastructure damage and loss of productivity due to extreme weather events. Rising sea levels and increased flooding also pose a significant threat to coastal cities and infrastructure. In addition, climate change is having a significant impact on global food security. Changes in temperature and precipitation patterns are affecting crop yields and contributing to the spread of pests and diseases. The implications of climate change for food security are particularly concerning in developing countries where many people already struggle to access sufficient food. In conclusion, climate change is a significant challenge facing humanity today, with far-reaching implications for the environment, human health, the economy, and food security. Addressing climate change requires a collective effort from governments, businesses, and individuals around the world, including reducing greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy sources, and implementing adaptation measures to minimize the impact of climate change on vulnerable populations. Climate change has also become a major factor in international relations as it has the potential to exacerbate existing conflicts and create new ones. For example, water scarcity, which is likely to increase due to changing precipitation patterns, could lead to conflicts over water resources between neighboring countries or even within countries. Climate change is also likely to lead to increased migration as people are forced to flee their homes due to extreme weather events or the inability to access food and water. This can lead to social and political tensions both within countries and between them. The implications of climate change for the global economy are also significant. The transition to a low-carbon economy will require significant investments in renewable energy and infrastructure, as well as changes in consumer behavior. This presents both challenges and opportunities for businesses as they must adapt to a changing landscape while also seeking to benefit from emerging markets and technologies. One potential solution to climate change is the implementation of carbon pricing, which involves putting a price on carbon emissions in order to incentivize individuals and businesses to reduce their emissions. Carbon pricing can take the form of a carbon tax or a cap and trade system where emissions are capped and companies can buy and sell permits to emit carbon. Another potential solution is the development of new technologies such as carbon capture and storage, which involves capturing carbon emissions from power plants and other industrial sources and storing them underground. Other technologies such as renewable energy and electric vehicles also have the potential to significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions and help mitigate the impact of climate change. In addition, adapting to the impacts of climate change is also important. This involves implementing measures such as building sea walls to protect coastal communities from rising sea levels and investing in drought-resistant crops to improve food security in arid regions. Adaptation measures can help minimize the impact of climate change on vulnerable populations and reduce the costs associated with infrastructure damage and loss of productivity due to extreme weather events. Overall, the implications of climate change are significant and wide-ranging. Addressing climate change requires a collective effort from governments, businesses, and individuals around the world. It is crucial to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and transition to renewable energy sources, implement adaptation measures, and develop and deploy new technologies. Doing so will not only help mitigate the impacts of climate change but also create new economic opportunities and improve the health and well-being of people around the world. Ultimately, addressing climate change is a moral imperative. Climate change disproportionately affects the most vulnerable members of society, including low-income communities, indigenous populations, and future generations. Taking action on climate change is not only necessary to protect the planet for future generations, but also to ensure that all people have access to clean air, water, and a livable planet. The time to act is now, and every individual has a role to play in addressing the challenges of climate change.